There has been a ton of false information tumbling around the internet about The Last Jedi's box office performance. A lot of completely made up numbers, a lot of completely made up statistics, a lot of completely made up statements. Trolls, basically, trolls. So I figured I'd take a look at the history of Star Wars at the box office. Let's start with domestic opening weekends, which means US and Canada. And I'll be adjusting for ticket price inflation. Domestic opening weekend. The Force Awakens is at the tip top for opening weekend earnings with $253 million. The Last Jedi has the second highest domestic Star Wars opening weekend with $220 million. Rogue One made $155 million. Revenge of the Sith came in at $134 million. Attack of the Clones made $108 million. The Phantom Menace $94 million. Return of the Jedi $56 million. The Empire Strikes Back $32 million. And Star Wars A New Hope's wide release came in at $27 million. So when it comes to domestic opening weekends, adjusted for ticket price inflation, the three newest Star Wars movies take the cake. Why is this the case? Well, there are probably a ton of factors, right? I would say one of the biggest ones is marketing. And not only that, but generational marketing. We're at the point where 3 generations of Star Wars fans exist. Kids, parents, and grandparents. Everybody wants to take the previous generation to see a new Star Wars film, right? 1977 to 2018. There are just more Star Wars fans. Not to mention, between 1977 and 2018, the population of the United States went from 220 million to 327 million. That's almost a 50% increase in just 41 years. And another huge factor would be more movie theaters. So, more people, bigger marketing than ever before, more Star Wars fans, more theaters. It makes sense why the 3 newest movies are at the tip top. What does adjusted for ticket price inflation mean? Box Office Mojo tracked the average ticket price from 1910 to 2017, and as you can see, the price of a movie ticket has increased 12,257%. It's the whole back in my day a hamburger cost a nickel thing. When box office websites adjust statistics with inflation in mind, they do their best to kind of put all the movies on a level playing field. Obviously, a movie from 2018 is going to make more money than a movie from 1918, right? So adjusting for the ticket price inflation is a way to judge earnings over time with the variation in cost of a dollar in the equation. It's not an exact science though, it's just a way to give an idea what a movie might have earned if it was released in a different year. Now let's look at worldwide gross. Just flat across the board, what movies have made the most money? The top 10 worldwide box office earnings are Avatar, Titanic, The Force Awakens, Jurassic World, The Avengers, Furious 7, Age of Ultron, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, The Last Jedi, and Frozen. The Last Jedi is the 9th all-time at the worldwide box office. I'm not sure where the meme of it having a dismal run at the box office came from. It's like someone said that, and then people repeat it like a parrot without looking into the numbers. Because they are on team hashtag not my Star Wars. Dumb. So there are 2 Star Wars movies in the all-time worldwide box office. And the next Star Wars movie that appears on this list is at number 23, which is Rogue One, and then number 28, which is The Phantom Menace. We looked at Star Wars movies by themselves domestically. Now let's look at the top 28 domestic numbers for all movies adjusted for ticket price inflation. Gone with the Wind, Star Wars, The Sound of Music, E.T., Titanic, The Ten Commandments, Jaws, Dr. Zhivago, The Exorcist, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, The Force Awakens, 101 Dalmatians, The Empire Strikes Back, Ben-Hur, Avatar, Return of the Jedi, Jurassic Park, The Phantom Menace, The Lion King, The Sting, Raiders of the Lost Ark, The Graduate, Fantasia, Jurassic World, The Godfather, Forrest Gump, Mary Poppins, and Grease. So out of the top all-time domestic releases adjusted for inflation, there are 5 Star Wars movies on the list. A lot of the movies on this list have had multiple theater releases, which factor into the overall number, which is why some of them may seem kind of surprising. Now let's look at the top 28 domestic releases without adjusting for inflation. The Force Awakens, Avatar, Titanic, Jurassic World, The Avengers, The Last Jedi, The Dark Knight, Rogue One, Beauty and the Beast 2017, Finding Dory, The Phantom Menace, Star Wars, Age of Ultron, The Dark Knight Rises, Shrek 2, E.T., The Hunger Games Catching Fire, Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest, The Lion King, Toy Story 3, Wonder Woman, Black Panther, which is actually still in the theater and could easily rise higher on this list, Iron Man 3, Captain America Civil War, The Hunger Games, Spider-Man Jurassic Park, and Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. Does any of this matter? Not really. I mean, I do find it interesting to look at the numbers and see where things match up, but I'm not one to really care about where a film ends up among the box office rankings. I think it's a little weird for people not associated with the money machine to want a movie that they like to beat out another movie. And what's really dumb is when box office numbers are used to put down a movie. This was the case for The Last Jedi, which a lot of people didn't like, which is 100% fine. But when people parrot incorrect or misleading information about a movie to attempt to prop up their narrative, it's silly and embarrassing. HelloGreedo, out.